Good morning. Sunday morning. Bob and I are here.
Yeah.
We're figuring out new things in this time and renewing some of our old things. Good morning, Amy. Bob read his Toronto Star digitally on the iPad this morning. How'd that go, Bob?
I don't like it.
He didn't like it. He wants his paper. But you know what? He's going to get better at it. And last night we had a Zoom party. We had two other couples, and one of the six of us would not come on camera. He said, no, good morning, Carly, would not come on camera. He's just like, nope, can't do it. Well, you know what? We have to do some things we're uncomfortable with, and learn to get comfortable with some new things. So that's good. And in the meantime, we can embrace some fun, some new recipes. You know that's my thing. This is not a new recipe that we're doing today. Today we're doing Canneles. So here's how I learned about Canneles. I've been to Bordeaux, France, but I never had Canneles in France. I've been to France many times. France is my happy place, actually. I love France. They're really suffering right now. It may be a long time before we ever get back there. Anyway, we were going to a cocktail party, which was a bit like for a neighborhood cocktail party, and it was like potluck, bring a snack, right? And I had not done anything, and I'd been at work all day, and I had nothing, and this party was starting at 6 o'clock, so proper cocktail hour. I had nothing. So I ran into our local bakery, which is the Blackbird Bakery, just around the corner from us, and I saw these little gorgeous little treats called cannelle, and I thought, oh, I know the French word for cinnamon is cannelle, and they must be cinnamon. They're not. They are not cinnamon at all. There's no cinnamon in them. And they were $3.25 each. I bought 6. That was like over $20 to buy 6. It took them to this party. Well, once somebody tried one, they were like, oh my God, what is this? And then word spread in the cocktail party, and they were gone like that. So I looked them up, and sure enough, I love this woman, Laura Calder. This is a book that my stepson gave me. It's called French Taste. Drew gave me this book, French Taste, Elegant Everyday Eating. And she's Canadian, but she studied in France, and her cooking is wonderful. And I looked it up, and sure enough, she had a recipe for Canneles. It's got an accent aigu, so you say cannelle. And I made them. And they worked out really quite well. They took a few times to get them right, so I've got some tricks to share with you today. And then I took them into work because we were having a little French bistro group luncheon. See, I've got my French bistro on. And my young friend at work, Carly, who is the sweetest, most talented young lady, she's going places, this Carly is. She was like, oh my God, make those again. And I did. Actually, I gave her some trials, I think, before I ever brought them for the lunch. Anyway, so today this is for Carly, and Carly's online. Hi, Carly. Say hi to Carly, everybody. But this is all for all of you, too, because it's actually not that hard. Now, the thing is that you're supposed to have a pan like this. Do you see the shape of this pan? In Bordeaux, these are very treasured molds, and they're made of copper. I got this one on Amazon for $35. It's very heavy and a non-stick. And the actual copper ones were like $300. I was like, no, not happening. But this one makes just the same. So you can get it on Amazon. But I thought, listen, we're in the spirit of make do. So I think we could try it just in a muffin pan. They're not going to be the same shape, but they're going to be the same flavor. Or if you have like a little mini muffin pan, that might work too. I'm going to say try it. See what happens. Okay, guys? You do not grease the pans. Absolutely, that is a huge mistake, which I made. That's why I can tell you, if you grease the pan, your canneles are going to pop out of the pan because they're going to be like Yorkshire puddings or popovers, where the hot fat gets really, really hot, and then it puffs them up and they come right out of the pan, and you want to keep them in the pan so they're molded. But anyway, the baking is later today. We're going to do the baking around 4 o'clock. You can't bake these right after you make the dough or the batter. You can't. If you do, they're not going to work. So this is one of those things. That's why I'm on early. We're going to make the batter this morning. We're going to put it in the fridge, and we're going to come back around 4 o'clock. The other way to do this is to make the batter at night and then make them in the morning for breakfast. That'd be awesome. Okay, but they do take like almost an hour to cook, so just so you know. Okay, so here I'm going to give Bobby the phone. Turn it around. Bobby, you go over there.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Yeah.
Hey! Okay. Okay. The recipe that Laura has in the book is for a single batch, and that's never enough, so I'm going to make a double batch. It's still not very much in the way of ingredients. We are going to start. Did I tell you that these were 3 1/4 each of the biscuits? Yeah, I did. I think the whole batch cost like 42 cents. You know, it's one of those things.
Okay, I'm on my phone here on camera. I have live video. I have lip sync live, and I have mystery mask, and I have popular mask, and I don't even know what the hell any of those things mean.
We're back.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so simple. A cup of flour. This is a double batch. 1 cup of flour. Because I always cut my sugar in half, and everybody appreciates that and likes my baking because it's not too sweet.
Good morning, Amy.
A half a cup
Carly.
of sugar. 1/2 cup of sugar right in there. And that's all that goes in there for now. Just going to have that ready, okay? Now, you have to come on over to the stove. Come around to the stove. We are going to do 2 cups of milk into the pot. And we are going to scald the milk. So the heat goes on, like this. I've got about a medium flame, and I'm going to stand here. I'm not going to let it, and 4 tablespoons of butter, which is 2 ounces. I did it on the scale. See here on the scale? I like my little scale, but it's 4 tablespoons, which is 2 ounces. That goes into the butter as well, or into the milk. So it's going to melt, okay? So while that's scalding, I will talk to you, and you can talk to me, okay? Send me some questions or something to talk about, so that, you know, because this is going to take a few minutes. What will we talk about? What will we talk about, Carly? Any suggestions yet?
None sent.
Okay, well in that case, I get to choose. All right, you can look at me. So you know what happened in our lives? I hinted at this last night. You know what happened in our lives 2 days ago? A woman named Bonnie Cardinal found us after 40 years of looking. I think 30 or 40 years. I'm not sure. She didn't say how long. She just said a very, very long time. But from what I could figure out, it's that long. She was adopted from birth. And it turns out that she is Bob's full sister. Same mother, same father. She lives in Cape Breton. Her granddaughter facilitated this through Ancestry.com, where we had put our DNA, and we talked to her. We talked to her for over an hour. By the time we were finished, we were all crying. She's absolutely lovely. She looks like my stepdaughter, or my stepdaughter looks like her. Dana. We have told Dana and we've told Drew, so it's okay to tell you now. And we're kind of amazed. Doesn't mean that we're instantly family, because you know, family are those people who you choose, I think. Like I said yesterday, just because you're blood related doesn't necessarily make you close, but hopefully it does. But then there's the people that you choose to be in your psychological family, those people who you trust with your stories and your vulnerability and your pain and your joy. And maybe, you know, maybe some of the people that we have now been connected to through Bonnie, she has 5 children, and I don't know how many, heaps of grandchildren. And maybe among them will be people who we're going to become close to. So how about that, eh? How about that? Come on over and look at the milk. The milk and butter is beginning to boil. And I've whisked it the whole time because I do not want it to burn, because milk burns. So, you see it starting to bubble? That means it's done. And when I turn it off, some steam will rise from it, and you'll know. See the bubbling around the edges? That means it's done. Okay? So it's the heat is off. Did I get it off? Yep. And I'm just going to leave that here on the stove for 1 sec while we come over and take care of the eggs. Okay. Now, eggs. Before you make your canneles, put your eggs in a little bowl of warm water to warm up. I've told you that before. Your eggs are going to be much better for baking when they're at room temperature. So these have been sitting this morning and they're now at room temperature. I need 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. Okay? That's not hard. So we're going to do 2 whole eggs into this bowl. 1, 2, and 2 egg yolks, which means that I'm going to keep the egg whites. I've got this ready with a lid. I'm going to put these in the fridge, and they're not going to waste later on. Guess what I'm going to make? Macaroons for Bobby, because egg white and coconut, you get macaroons, like, of course. So, I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to keep the whites. Remember, just open the shell, take your time, let the white drip out. Just takes a little minute. Don't be impatient on it. There it is. And the extra yolk goes in there. Extra yolk gives things richness without the white, without so much liquid, right? So here goes the white again. Just let it drip out. Gravity's going to be your friend here. It does the work for you. There's a little bit more to come. There it is. And so I've got my 2 egg yolks in there. I'm going to whisk together the 2 full eggs and the 2 egg yolks. And now come on over here. They're going straight into my flour and sugar mixture. Right? Straight in there.
Okay, Amy has a question.
Yes?
Will they work okay in plain muffin tins?
So Amy, maybe you joined us a bit late, I don't know. I was talking about that. They're supposed to be in molds, but we're in the spirit of make do. I've never tried them in muffin tins. And I like, you know, because I have the molds, but this afternoon, because you guys don't have the molds, I'm going to make them in muffin tins too, and we're going to see how it works out, okay? It's going to be a bit of an experiment. So at 4 o'clock today, when I make them, we're going to give that a try. It's, you know, they're always made in those molds, like I said, but with a good heavy muffin tin, I'm betting on, it's going to work just fine. Something's beeping. Is it my stove? No? I don't know what's beeping. Something's beeping. Okay. Kind of got stuck on the whisk, so I'm resorting to a wooden spoon. And you see how that is really, really thick like that. Get the egg all mixed into the flour and sugar. Okay. My scalded milk and butter is next. This is a little at a time. I'm going to mix that into this. Oops. Globby. And this is going to make a very, very thin batter. It's a little bit like a crepe batter. It's just that in Brittany, they make crepes, and in Bordeaux, they use almost the same batter and make it into cannelle. The hot milk goes right in there. There we go. See how thin that is? It's really thin batter.
Amy likes the mixing bowl.
This one here, isn't that cute? That was a gift. That's a Le Creuset, and I like it too. The reason I'm using this one is it has a spout. If you have one with a spout, it's going to make this easy for later. If you don't, that's okay. You can pour your batter into like a measuring cup or something that has a spout, but this one is good for pancakes and stuff, and it's really good for cannelle because it's got a spout, because it's going to pour this thin batter into the, it's going to be muffin tins this afternoon. Okay, now just the flavors. So now a teaspoon of vanilla. This is a splurge. I always use 100% natural vanilla, not the artificial. Life is too short to use artificial vanilla. Maybe you've got, if you wanted to use vanilla bean, and I've never tried that, you could make that into like, put it in your sugar or something like that to, if this is too expensive for you. Like that's expensive, that's like $12 or something for a bottle like that. Or if anybody's going to Mexico, bring home vanilla, okay? Because it's cheap and really cheap, and that's where they make it. Okay, a teaspoon of vanilla. You're not going to Mexico. Nobody's going to Mexico. Nobody's going anywhere. What am I talking about? And a tablespoon of rum. So you go to the liquor cabinet. If you don't have rum, I mean, we don't drink rum. I don't know where I got this. I've had it for like a long time. Somebody brought it to a party or something. But it's good in baking, so there you go. Tablespoon of rum. Don't say, oh, I really like rum and put extra, because the it'll be too liquidy, right? It's liquid. Almost done here, folks. Nothing else to put in there. The only thing is, I have to get some plastic wrap. Anything that's milk and egg is going to make a custard, right? And a custard gets a skin on it. And we don't want a skin on here. So we're going to trick it into not having a skin, into not forming a skin, by giving it a skin. I lost the cutter off this. I lost the cutter. I found it on the floor, you know, one of those little cutters for this. I thought, what's that piece of crap? You know how you keep things because you think you'll figure it out? And I thought, no, I'll never figure out what this is. I threw it away. It was the cutter for that. So I have to use scissors. That's okay. Get a piece of plastic wrap, put it on there, and get it right down. Come on in close, Bob. Mm-hmm. Come on in close. Get it right down on top of the batter. Like, get it right on there. So it's a phony skin. Do you see that? It's right on there, touching, and then it won't form a skin. You'll be able to pull that off, and you won't have made a skin.
Cooking's just like surgery.
What do you think? All right, this goes into the fridge. You follow me here, Bob?
Yeah, I can do that.
Anywhere? There's last night's lasagna in there. What am I gonna do? I gotta make a little spot.
Well, here's the spot here, maybe.
No, it won't fit on there. Fit on the door. Let's take this milk out. It's going in the fridge to rest. It rests the glutens, something like that. I don't actually know the science of it, but the thing needs to rest. It needs to cool, and then we're going to make it this afternoon at 4 o'clock for tea time. Okay? So, will I see you at 4 o'clock? Yeah. Okay.
You'll see me. I don't know what everyone else here.
Anybody got a last question before I go? All right then. Yeah. Anything?
No questions.
No questions? Okay, send me a little heart, a little love, and I'm sending one back. Bye. Make your canneles. Bye.
Bye, y'all.